Come in, Ray.
This is Jack Burton in the Pork Chop Express, and I'm talking to whoever's listening.
Calling the War Council of Gallifrey. This is the Doctor.
I am Iron Man.
Tell me.
Everything's perfectly all right now. We're fine. We're all fine here now. Thank you. How are you?
Right, yeah. Welcome along to the Following the Nerd show. My name's Saxon.
And my name's Penny.
And we are with you for the next couple of hours, chatting away about all the nerdy stuff that's been going on this past week. I hate you.
What?
That's what I have to talk about this week, because we met up the other day and we went uptown. We went to a certain place that sells fast food, particularly chicken. Now, I'm trying to be good, because I don't know if you've seen a picture of me, gentle listener. If you have, you probably have that whole thing, you know, where it looks like there's no soul behind your eyes anymore. Basically, I'm like the Medusa. You know, I turn people to stone the second they look at me. But I'm trying. I am trying to lose weight. So when we went to this particular eatery over the weekend, I decided I'd be good, and I'd order just like a couple of little kind of morsels, a couple of little bits and pieces here and there. You, on the other hand, was talking about, oh, there's a new burger now.
Yeah.
And not only does it have one bit of chicken, it has two.
But it had cheese as well.
And it's got cheese, and it's got the sauce, and it's sexy and gorgeous, and it's the most amazing chicken burger you ever see in your life. And I said no. I was a good boy.
I know. Well, yeah.
That never left my head.
No, wait, before you, I wasn't just me. It was the person behind the counter even convinced
Yes, but that's her job. But anyway.
Yeah, she gets away with it.
Yeah, she gets away with it. You don't, you scum. So, it stayed in my head until last night.
Did you get it?
I got it.
What's it like?
Well, it's awesome. Yeah, it's everything you can imagine it to be and more.
I'm happy.
We met up on Saturday and we're supposed to do our ongoing series of Doctor Who videos, but we couldn't be bothered.
Not bothered, I think, it's because we've dived in and we're doing what usually people do, is just watch from episode 1 all the way up to 13.
Yeah, well, this is of the revived series. So,
yes, this is series 1.
And to be honest, we've done more than that, because I sat and I worked it out. We have been making Doctor Who episode reviews non-stop since series 11 started.
That's right, could we jump from that straight to the episode reviews?
Yeah. So with a 2-week break between whenever the actual series ended and the New Year's Day episode.
So that's 10 episodes, the Christmas one.
And then straight into Chris Eccleston. So we need a little bit of a break, I think, after this.
Yeah.
So on Saturday we couldn't be bothered. And we hung out, we ate some KFC, we...
Talk about fighting robots.
Yes, we fought our fighty robots. And we watched some movies. Now, we watched Transformers 5 again.
Yes.
Awful. It's awful movie. So bad, I love it.
Yeah.
I actually love it. I love it because it's terrible.
There's certain words, like when I watched this fight maybe twice, there's certain lines I forgot or I didn't even remember that happened. And when we seen them again, I was like, oh my god, I love this even more.
Yeah.
And after that one, we watched, I can't remember.
The Other Guys. Yeah.
Yes.
Now, you've got a little bit of a story to tell me about The Other Guys, don't you? Well,
Yes.
tell the gentle listeners.
Now, I love Will Ferrell.
Yes, yeah, Will
I'm
Ferrell, yeah.
Big fan of his work. However, I don't know when this actually was, what year it came out. but
2010.
The race, the one, there was like the NASCAR.
Oh, that
race
was about
one.
2007. 2006, 2007 was Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky
Yes.
Bobby.
So
yeah.
when I actually went to get the DVDs, there's 3 of them. There was I basically needed to get a new copy of Step Brothers, which is my all-time favourite one.
Yeah.
There was the NASCAR one, and then there was this one with the police.
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg's
And I was like,
character.
sorry about that. So I was like, okay, I'll get these 2. However, the people I was hanging around at the time, they said, don't get the NASCAR one. It is terrible. Like, it's really, really bad, and so is this one as well. So I was kind of going, well, they haven't led me wrong before with movies. Like, they've been, pretty good with the way when they said this is bad. So I didn't watch it. I'm kicking myself that I didn't go and watch it, because when we sat down and watched it, this was amazing from the start, like the very first scene at the start of it till the end.
Yeah.
There's moments in it where you're going, how is this possible? Did they not think? I loved it. I'm actually, and all fairness, if I could go back in time, I would have picked it up. Even all fairness, I would have even picked up the NASCAR one as well, because when you're a group of people and they tell you this is good and that's good. This is something I've learned even being watching like Marvel movies or DC movies or anything nerdy, is I'll listen to someone's opinion, but I'll not take it as gospel truth and not just go, I'm not going to watch it.
Yeah.
Because everyone else is going to watch it. And when I went back and sat down and watched the NASCAR one, I loved it. I think maybe you think when you're younger, you kind of just follow the crowd and go,
yeah. No, I think the NASCAR one's all right.
Oh, I wouldn't say it's amazing. I just say
it's funny.
It's funny.
It kills a couple of hours. It's fine. The other guys, I have this weird secret appreciation for.
Yeah.
I really, really love this movie, and I wasn't expecting to. I saw it in cinema, and I remember like seeing all the trailers and stuff and going, it doesn't really look that great. Sat down in the cinema to watch it. Dude, I was laughing my head off the whole way through it. I think it's a fantastic movie. Not just from a comedic standpoint, but from an action standpoint as well. Because when you have a movie that starts with Samuel L. Jackson and The Rock as partners, smashing a car through a bus,
I know.
then blowing up the front of Trump Tower.
That's what really took me by surprise.
Like, that's what you need in your life. You really do. All the jokes about it. The cast is unbelievable. Samuel L. Jackson and The Rock, as I mentioned there before. You have Will Ferrell, Mark Wahlberg, Michael Keaton.
I know.
Who is hilarious in it. Steve Coogan's in it as well.
Yeah.
Who played Alan Partridge so perfectly back in the day, but now not so much. But
I honestly
I'll talk about
thought
that in
he
a
was
little
going to be
second.
the bad guy. I know he was portrayed as a
He's sort of like the bad guy in it. No, I think it's a really fun movie. But speaking of Steve Coogan, his most famous character is Alan Partridge, and he made a comeback to the BBC this week.
Ooh.
This Monday, he returned in a new series called This Time with Alan Partridge.
Is it just that you don't come back to it?
I don't know. I think I've got the nostalgia goggles on. Because I watched Knowing Me, Knowing You with Alan Partridge, which is what this is kind of like. It's Alan back doing presenting work again.
Yeah.
But I think Alan works best whenever he's in shows like I'm Alan Partridge, where it's like a proper little sitcom that's following him and his failed kind of life. It didn't work for me. It took a long time to get going. Some of the jokes fell very flat, but about halfway through, Alan sort of takes over, because when it starts, it's him and this other girl, and they're clearly lampooning the likes of Christine Blakely and the other fellow we call Maiden something or other.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
I forget his name. Like, they originally started hosting Daybreak together back in the day. It's lampooning things like that. It's lampooning the one show, and like, its kind of hook is the fact that, do you know those little kind of segments, like the VT segments they cut away to?
Yeah.
It shows you what's happening in the studio while they're cutting away to the VT segment, and sort of like the behind the scenes chicanery and what have you. And that part's quite good. Like, you know, it's all right. It's all right. I'm willing to give the series a go, because I'm a big fan of the character. I think the main issue with it is the original writer isn't behind this.
Yeah.
It's the new writers they had for like Mid-Morning Mars and stuff, and I didn't really care for them. Armando Iannucci, he's the guy. He's the writer for Knowing Me, Knowing You, and for the first two series of I'm Alan Partridge. Without him, because he's the guy that made the thick of it.
No.
Yeah, and like In the
that
Loop
is
and Veep and stuff as well.
Yeah.
Because like he's got that kind of sarcastic bite to him.
Yeah.
And he's got that sharpness.
Like
he's got that
too.
And that realism aspect
yeah.
of it as well, which works so well for Alan Partridge as a character. He's off doing other stuff.
Oh, I see.
So they've got these new writers in, and it's kind of like Ghost Partridge. It's not. He's not Alan Partridge in it, like, because I think what didn't really help it either was the fact that we watched the other guys, which Steve Coogan's in.
You see, you're coming from that to that, yeah.
And he doesn't look like himself. Like, it's weird. It's really weird.
Type of thing.
Something else I was going to talk about as well, and I've completely forgotten it now. Oh, the Orville.
Oh, yes.
In a weird change of pace, we need to talk about the Orville. Now, finally, thank God above, you have caught up with the Orville.
I know, I was getting murdered from it. I was like,
yeah, I was ready to sellotape a pillow to your face and kick you off a bridge. So finally, you've caught up with the Orville.
I have.
There was a massive episode last week that we didn't get the chance to talk about, because the Orville airs Thursday nights, same time as this radio show. So what are you going to do? So when I got home, I watched it. And the thing is, I can't spoil it. I can't talk about it, because if I do, and the people that listen to this watch it, they'll know the spoiler. But it was a huge episode. And honest to God, if this doesn't cement the Orville as one of the best science fiction shows currently in production, I don't know what
In
what
all
will.
fairness, it was a total shocker. It's something I was never expecting.
Yeah.
And when it happened, I was like, this can't be. Is it? It's happening. And then at the end of it, it was like, I don't know what to think.
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
Because it's a cliffhanger. It's to be continued.
Yeah.
Which hopefully it is continuing
In fairness,
tonight.
you know what I actually thought it was? I thought that was like the final episode of the series, and you had to wait for like series 3 or 4 or something.
Oh,
like
I
that.
would hate them if they
Could
did
you
that.
imagine if they
I
did that?
would despise
That's why I asked
them
you
if they
after,
did
like,
that.
is there another episode? There is. I was like, oh, I'm happy. Because I did think it's just the way they did it.
Mm-hmm.
It made it look like this is going to be like the final. You're not going to know until the next series.
Yes, and it was cancelled.
No. I'm still wounded from that, from another series.
No, Series 3 is confirmed. So, Series 3 of the Orville will be kicking off later this year.
Happy.
Yeah, no, I
happy.
am so loving the series. I think all the
I'm
characters are
happy you
great.
And Mark said, Orville, watch
Yeah.
it. Go and watch it.
Now, Series 1 is a bit of a mixed bag. Series 2, they have nailed it down.
Yeah, they're really
I
good.
have not hated a single episode. No, it's great. So please do give the Orville a watch.
Hello, this is John Leeson. But he doesn't sound like that. The voice of K9, and I am following the nerd.
Doctor Who! Do you want to talk about Doctor Who?
Where you did?
Everybody loves Doctor Who.
Really?
It's the greatest show in the world. No, it's not, apparently. It's not. Ratings tanked it last series. Yeah, so big changes coming for Series 12 of Doctor Who. First and foremost, they have realised that putting it on a Sunday night was a bad idea.
Hallelujah.
Now, I said this before. I said this ages ago. Why are you putting it on a Sunday night? It's a night where everything's hectic in a family home because kids have to make sure their homework's all done for school the next day. You know, the parents are washing the school uniforms, making sure they've got all their clothes, their pants,
Breakfast
socks and
and
everything
food
for the
and
next
all
week, preparing meals for them and everything. It's a hectic schedule. There's not enough time to sit down and watch Sunday night TV.
No.
There's just not. So, I said that. Everyone disagreed with me and went, well, no, Sunday night's a good night for Doctor Who. No, it's not. The ratings proved it.
Yeah.
I have them here. And I can't believe that as well. I literally can't believe that I said that, no, it's a bad idea. And everyone rushed to cut me open and wear my skin.
But you proved them wrong.
But I proved them wrong, yeah. So a new report is claiming that despite reports to the contrary, ratings for the last season of Doctor Who were a big disappointment to the BBC. And as a result, a big change is coming for the 2020 series, which is hopefully beginning early doors 2020. So maybe around this time next year, we're going to be seeing the episodes of Doctor Who. So the report is from a source at the BBC, and yes, we know. But it's the first change for the series is going to be put it back on the Saturday night schedule.
Great.
Instead of the Sunday night, which it was on last year. There is a feeling that families are freer to watch on Saturdays and Sundays when kids have homework to finish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
While the show rated well overall, there were concerns over the decline in audience. Returning to Saturdays is being discussed as a likely option. So there was a drop from 8.2 million all the way down to 5 million.
Oh.
That's 3.2 million people who tuned out throughout the course of Jodie Whittaker's series.
That's bad. That
So-
is bad.
The number rose to 7.1 million for the New Year's Day special, which actually had proper promotion and a trailer.
Yeah.
While the elephant in the room may be the fact that Jodie Whittaker played the first female incarnation of the Doctor, few people are addressing it as one of the issues for the ratings drop.
Is that what they're...
Yeah. So Alex Kingston did mention that who plays River Song. To be honest, at first I was a little conflicted because I thought, all those little boys, how are they going to handle it? But then I thought, when Peter Capaldi played the Doctor, oh my gosh, how are those young kids going to be able to relate to somebody who could be their grandfather? But that proved them wrong both times. They totally embraced him, and it's because he is the Doctor and Jodie is the Doctor, because it's the same spirit inside, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And I gotta tell you now, right, one of the things I absolutely loved about Series 11 of Doctor Who was that it brought the sense of fun back again.
Yeah.
Because for a long time, and as much as I enjoyed Peter Capaldi's final series, you still had this weird overhanging feeling of dread watching every episode.
Yeah.
Like, even the way it was shot, it was very colourless, it was very desaturated, And the storylines felt very heavy and very weighty, and that's not what I want from Doctor Who. Yeah, sure, give us an episode like that every once in a while, but you and me are going back to watch Series 1 at the moment. There's a sense of fun throughout it.
Yeah, it's like a wacky time adventure.
And it's like what I said. Whenever you shoot the series and have